This is the 7th episode of God's Chosen podcast. Today we are going to talk about hidden things. We are going to touch on twin flames, love, and generational curses. Please forgive me for the audio, it's a little choppy with certain words. I was too close to the mic. But I didn't want to lose the message, so I decided to put it out.
What up, chosen ones? It's your boy, God's Chosen. So today, I want to talk about hidden things. That's what I want to talk about today. So, when you know something, and everybody knows something, I guess, right? When everybody knows something and nobody wants to say it, it goes unspoken. Like, we all know what it is, but nobody says what's up. Now, that could be somebody that's exposed and they still trying to pretend or hold on to the idea that their world is not crumbling around them, that all is not lost, even though everybody knows who they really are. Everybody knows that they're a fraud. And when you've been trying so hard to not be a fraud, right? And then everyone finds out that you're a fraud and that ego gets hit hard. That pride get hit hard. And now you are losing everything that you had because it was all built on a lie. It was all built on a lie, a facade, a fake image, something that's not real, right? So now people see who you really are, and guess what? They out. They gone. Because you're not who you pretended to be, and you can't do what you said you could do. Right? All this time it was deception, right? So now everybody that you thought was cool with you, quote unquote, right? Cool with you. Everybody that you thought was cool with you is gone because you are of no benefit. You can't do anything for them anymore, right? So all the things that you had done previously, built off stealing, lying, manipulating, cheating, you can't do it anymore. You're expendable. Bye. Everybody gone. Now you sitting alone, suffering in your little corner, trying to think of a way to get out of it. And what you think the way to get out of it is? The way to get out of it is to do more spell work, do more magic, or just own your shit and face your demons. Because the more you try to do, the worse it's going to actually get for you. The more you try to still in that energy of cheating and manipulate and trying not to work on yourself, because that's the main thing that you got to work on, because clearly you don't value yourself enough to work on yourself, right? Because if you did, your life would probably be different. You don't hold enough self-worth. You don't love yourself enough to actually work on yourself and build a life that you can actually enjoy, a sustainable life, right? Where you're the one actually going out there and achieving what you want to achieve instead of trying to steal someone else's thunder, right? So there's some issues there, right? And then you got people who, you may have thought that was in your corner at one time, and it turns out those people are really only in their corner. They're in their own corner, right? They don't really care about you. They only care about themselves. So they've been leeching onto you out of self-gain. What's in it for them, right? Well, it was never really about you. It was always about them. Those types of hidden things, where we both know what's going on, but it goes unsaid, right? Especially when truth gets revealed. When truth gets revealed, it can change the whole dynamic of a relationship. Definitely can. Other hidden things, like maybe a financial inheritance, right? Maybe a financial inheritance that could be hidden, right? Someone doesn't want you to see what financial inheritance you have, so they're hiding it, they're blocking it, and some could have possibly used spell work to block this financial, right? Now, when I think about that, that was something that came to me, that there's a financial inheritance here and it's blocked. And when I think about that, I'm like, okay, financial inheritance, who would really have the power to block a financial inheritance? Let me think about that. Someone you know closely, family member, perhaps. Yeah, that would probably sound about right. Right? They have access to your personal information. They have access to information that most people don't have, right? But what if, aside from that, you have a really large group of people that's determined to try to block your success in life, in love, because they already know what it's going to be. They know if you have any sort of stability, they know what you're going to do. They've already seen the tea leaves. They know what you're going to do. They know what you're going to be. So, you've been being delayed time after time, blocked from your blessings, because people know how great you are. They can see how great you are. They just don't want you to see how great you are. So they'll put you in situations where you're always in need of something, right? They may try to blind you entirely. They may coerce you into doing certain things that are not beneficial to you, right? But put you in traps and situations that keep you stagnant, right? That keep you hurt, that keep you low vibrational, right? So that way you're easy to control, manipulate, and they will pretend to be an ear that someone you can talk to and share your problems with, but all the time you're telling them your problems, they're just taking that information down and looking for things that you're saying in your conversation and using those things that they deem relevant to manipulate you, right? So you're telling them all your business. They taking what they need from out of what you just said, and they use those things to manipulate you. They use those things to try to hurt you, behind the scenes. And they're still in your face pretending to be whoever they are to you. Could be family, could be friend, could be whoever, right? But they're using the closeness of the relationship to betray you. Crazy, but true. And sometimes it's the wildest thing is the level of betrayal, right? You'd be like, wow, I never imagined that you cared so little that you would go beyond extreme. The lengths that you would go to was so extreme just so that I have a life. I couldn't live the life that I was meant to live. And really I can't fathom that, because that is not that's not how I operate. That's not how I move. I want everybody to win. I want everybody to have that life, you know? But you'll never get that life if you keep focusing on somebody else's life, you know? But I guess that's just how the enemy moves. The enemy wants to infiltrate, and the enemy wants to confuse and confound and cause destruction, right? So, a confused mind is easily led astray. But I want to tell y'all some other things, like some things that I've been finding out. Like, do y'all understand, like, the power of real love? Do y'all understand the power of real, genuine love? Like, real, genuine love is so powerful, y'all. It can change time, and it can move mountains. It can change whole timelines. You know what I mean? Real, genuine love. Like, it can do, like, it can do so much. Like, the devil don't want you to get real love. He don't want you to find true love. He don't want you to find, like, that one person that you know you're supposed to be with. The devil don't want you to do that. Your divine counterpart, if you may. The devil don't want you to find your divine counterpart, because if you do find your divine counterpart, you have the opportunity to change the world on a grand scale, because just from your love, not even everything else that comes with it, just from the fact of your love and being that example to people of true love, that can change the world. That can even break generational curses. Yep, it's that powerful. Because when you are with the person that God ordained for you, the person that God pre-selected for you before you even began this journey, when you are with that person, there's going to be a lot of course, there's going to be a lot of healing that takes place between both of you, and a lot of growing. But it'll be healthy. It'll be healthy, because what's going to happen is you'll meet this person and you'll have an interaction. You may have many interactions, but if usually you guys are not ready for each other when you meet. You're not ready. Okay? But once you meet, it changes something in your life. It changes something in your soul. Like, it touches your soul. Like, that's your person. You know what I mean? Without a doubt that's your person. And depending on where y'all at in your growth, like, you may have unhealed trauma. More than likely, both of you will have unhealed trauma from the past, and toxic habits and different things that you have to overcome before you can actually get on the same page and get into union, right? But once you do get into union, that is one of the most powerful relationships and unions that ever, because it was destined, preordained by the Most High. And that is why like, they don't want to see those relationships succeed. They don't even want They will do anything to delay or totally destroy those types of relationships. They will keep you around toxic people. They will keep you in toxic habit patterns. They will keep you high. They will keep you drunk. They will keep you in a state of believing that your life is already enough. Everything is already good. You're living the great life now. Why try to change it? You know, they will do everything to convince you, oh, no, you should not talk to that person. Don't trust them. They're a player. They're this, they're that. They're not for you. And they will lead you to the toxic people. They will lead you to the toxic people who they know are toxic, but that's where they want to keep you. They don't want you to grow. They don't want you to elevate. You know, misery loves company. And a lot of times too, could be financial motive of keeping you stuck, you know, but they know that once you actually get with the person that God has chosen for you, it's a wrap, especially if they're not on no positive type timing. You know, if they always on the negative, if they always in drama, love drama, feed off drama, and they're in the lower cycles of, you know, toxicity, then yeah, they're not going to want to see you do nothing. They're not going to want to see you be progressive. They're not going to want to see you heal. They're not going to want to see you improve. And it's like, no, I'm done asking why, because clearly you have people that are put on this planet to motivate you, right? Those lower vibrational people are put on the planet to motivate you into becoming your best self, right? So that's how I look at it. Every interaction is something you can learn from. You know, there's always something in an interaction that you can take away, you can put in your toolbox, good or bad. You can learn something from it and help you become a better version of yourself. And, you know, when you start talking about like becoming a better version of yourself and you start talking about doing better, watch how many people in your circle start looking at you funny. Watch how many people like turn their nose up. Watch how many people get triggered by you even saying that you want to improve yourself, by actually changing your behaviors and habits. Watch your friends that you used to be with, watch them get triggered. You know, who do they think they are? You know what I mean? Like, you know, now, oh, you don't want to go out no more. You don't want to do this no more. You changing, right? You switching up, right? Yeah, I'm switching up because I'm growing up. I'm understanding that life is more than booze, women, and drugs. Yeah, I don't want to do that anymore. I'm growing up. What are you doing? You know what I mean? What are you doing? I don't want to sleep around. I want something solid. I want something real. You know what I mean? You know, you running around from person to person, it's not fulfilling. It's not tangible. It's really a waste of time. I ain't got time for that. But some people do. Some people make time for that, which is a whole nother issue. But hey, you do what you do. I do what I do. Doesn't really bother me. As long as what you do don't interfere with me, I'm all right. Huh? Hidden thing. I wonder how many people out there are walking around holding hidden things in their heart, hidden things in their mind, hidden things in their life that they don't want nobody to see. You know, I would give some advice to those people. It's never as bad as you think it is. And it doesn't matter what you've done. Who you were yesterday doesn't have to be the person you are today. You can change. And we all have a past. There's nobody on planet Earth who doesn't have a past. Everybody has a past. But it's not about your past. It's about your future. Because if you decide that you no longer want to entertain certain habits and behaviors and you want to change, then that should be celebrated. That's an amazing thing because, you know, we all have wheels. We all have these wheels. We all put ourselves, sometimes we're in this circle of habits and things that we just keep doing over and over and over again until we realize, man, this is not serving me. This sucks. I don't feel good. This is not like something I feel like I want to be doing. It don't align with me anymore. I want to move on to bigger and better things, you know? So we all have these cycles of repeat until we learn a lesson. We always going to have the cycles of repeat until we learn the lesson. And once we learn the lesson, breakthrough is here. We can move to the next stage, the next lesson, and then we just keep going up and up and up and up. But you got to learn the lesson. And each time that you fail to learn the lesson, it's going to hit you harder because the universe wants you to learn the lesson. It wants you to elevate. It doesn't want you to be stagnant, you know? And what you'll find is the things that you're going through, the lessons that you need to learn, these are things that have been going back generations. These lessons that you need to go through and learn, these are things going back generations. And if you are able to break those cycles, you are helping not only past generations, but future generations. And somebody might say, how are they helping past generations? Well, you have people in the afterlife that you are helping. You have family, friends, loved ones who were caught in those cycles, and you are the one that's breaking those cycles, and you actually free them in the afterlife. They may be in some type of bondage due to the cycles that they did when they were alive. And you being here as a representative of your ancestors, you can actually free your ancestors from those cycles by you breaking those cycles here and now. That's so deep. But yeah, that's what it means to be a generational curse breaker. That's what that means. It's super powerful, you know, and it's a huge responsibility. You got to take it seriously. And you do that by attacking your challenges head on, especially the things that you see are constantly repeated in your life, the habits, the patterns. Those are the lessons that you have to overcome. And when you do, you got a whole cheerleading squad in the afterlife that's happy. They happy because you're breaking bondage for them, you're breaking bondage for you, and any future lines that you have, they won't have to deal with this particular issue anymore. That's dope. I like that. That's real cool. But yeah, that's really, really what I wanted to touch on today. Just different things, a little bit a little bit, just some various topics, but all having to do with hidden things. And I really want us to be, I want us all to get to the point where we actually meet the person we're supposed to meet. And I'm going to tell y'all something. If y'all want to meet the person that y'all supposed to be with, ask God to, pray to God for that person. Pray to God to let you meet your divine counterpart. But you got to be ready, though. You got to be ready, because it's going to be some work. You know what I mean? It's going to be some work, and it's not going to look like you think it's going to look. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not going to look how you think it's going to look. This person may not be your usual type of person on the surface, but they will be everything you need spiritually. They will be everything that you need to grow. They will give you everything that you've been missing in your life. It's going to seem like you guys are like two peas in a pod. You know what I mean? Y'all are going to be, it's going to be triggering. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's going to be triggering. And the reason it's going to be triggering is because they're a reflection of you. They're actually going to be reflecting parts of you that need to be healed. And so they're going to trigger you, but it is probably the best experience that you'll have, because now you can actually see where your trauma is. If you didn't before and you had no clue, they are going to show you everything that you need to work on. And vice versa. You are going to show them everything they need to work on. You are both going to be triggering each other to grow. And like I said, you probably won't meet this person, or when you meet this person, you probably won't stay together the first time around, or you probably won't even get together the first time. If you do, then you are going to have a period of separation where you can grow individually, especially if there are issues that need to be healed, a lot of childhood wounds, things like that need to be healed. You will be separated to work on yourself, and then you'll come back together at a future time when you are both in alignment and you're ready to go to the next stage. But yeah, that's a really cool experience, but you got to be ready for it. You got to be ready for it. You can't be immature. You know, you have to be wanting to do the work. You got to put in the work. Like, it's not going to be easy, but when you are both healed and you come together, there's going to be nothing like it. It's going to be amazing. I'm saying you won't have troubles or issues, but you will both be at a level where you'll be able to navigate those issues together, and you will feel on one accord. So it'll never really be any type of real conflict. It'll just be continuous growth, because the love that you guys have for each other is going to be your guide. It's going to be your compass that will help you through all these situations and challenges that you will face together. But you will be as one, and you will be extreme, because that's what it is when you come into divine union with your divine counterpart. And that's why the enemy doesn't want that, because it is so powerful. It can reshape the future of the planet. That's how powerful it is. But on that note, I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm still working on the gear, so that's gonna be coming soon. I do appreciate to listen. you guys being, it's God's chosen, and I'm out. Y'all be cool.